Happy Friday. Welcome back to the blog. So today's mission, should we choose to accept it, which I don't have a choice, is to disinfect the demons out of this house. All week long, I've had sick kids. I had a sick husband for a little bit. I'm the only one that hasn't managed to get sick in the week, knock on wood. But today, we focus on disinfecting and cleaning and making sure that whatever demon was in this house is long gone. That's the focus for this morning. And of course work, because I have calls to make today. So I do have reading updates for you, but I would rather do that after I'm done disinfecting and my house is clean and I don't feel icky anymore. And maybe after I shower, because this is gonna be gross. I hate cleaning. It's one of my least favorite things. I will say I'll be listening to Lock and Skeleton Key because I found it in Libby, so I'm going to listen to it. I have the hard copy as well, so I'll go into reading it later. But we're going to listen to that while I disinfect and say goodbye to whatever yuck has been in this house. Come with me, won't you? Demons out! Hello everyone, again, anyway, I guess. So clearly I am done cleaning my house and disinfecting. I went around and disinfected all of the doorknobs and anything that these kids have touched, anything anybody has touched. I just, whoop, demons out. So I think the demons are out. I think we're all right. So I figured while I was sitting here waiting for Cadence, I would go ahead and give you an update. So I did end up finishing, that's a better angle, A Court of Mist and Fury, and of course I gave it 5 stars. I love that book. I love that book for so many reasons, and it is because of Reese and Feyre. Let's just leave it there. You know what I mean? So yeah, still a 5-star read. I was really glad I reread it. So I think I don't like the first part of that book because Feyre is with Tamlin, and I don't like Tamlin. I think he loves Feyre. I just don't think he knows how to love her appropriately anymore. And so it's just too much. It's too much. So yes, 5 stars on that one. I finished The Iron King. I gave that 4 stars. It was okay. It was all right. It was a fun little adventure story. And there's a series, but I don't know if I'll finish the series. I have so many series going on right now that I don't think I need another one, and not one that I wasn't head over heels about. If I do decide to finish the series, it will be getting it from the library. So I don't know. I think there was almost an insta love situation, and I don't like that. There was no build up really to this. Maybe a couple of long looks, maybe a couple of different things, but all of a sudden it was just boom, they're together, and you're just time out, I think I missed something. So yeah, I think that was probably my biggest quarrel with the book. Otherwise, it's a fun little fantasy. Megan is the daughter of Oberon, who is the king of the summer fae and the summer court, and she doesn't know that, and she doesn't know that she is, so she's been raised as a human her whole life. And anyway, and so she ends up, her brother gets kidnapped, and so she ends up going into the fairy realm and getting herself into some shenanigans, and then trying to get herself out of some shenanigans, and it involves hanging out with Puck and Ash, who is the prince of the Winter Kingdom. So, and there's a cat. The cat reminded me a lot of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. So I finished that, so that's 2. And then yesterday, I just kind of focused on getting graphic novels done, getting manga done. And so I read Witch Hat Atelier Volume 3 and Witch Hat Atelier Volume 4. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I have heard it said so many different ways. But yeah, that's how I'm saying it. And if it's wrong, feel free to correct me, but that's how I'm saying it. I finished those 2 and they were good. It's a fun little story. I really love Coco. I really love the relationship that she is building with these other apprentices. And I'm really curious to see where the story is going. So I'm gonna keep up with that one. And then I started reading Crumbs, and I'm over halfway done. I mean, it's kind of a big boy for a graphic novel, and it's cute. It's very cute. It's very cute. But that's really all I gotta say about it. It's cute. Which is really like the reason I read graphic novels, is because I think they're cute, and I think they're like a good little palate cleanser. You know what I mean? I'm reading that one. Oh, and then I also read Demon in the Woods by Leigh Bardugo. And it was okay. It was, I now know a little bit more about the Darkling than I did before. The illustrations were top tier. But the story itself, I mean, you learn why the Darkling is the way the Darkling is. There you have it. So those are the books that I finished up until now. Like I said, I'm working my way through Crumbs. I should have that one finished relatively soon. And then I think I'm gonna start with Under Lock and Key. Under Skeleton Lock and Key. I think that's what it's called. I was going to start listening to it this morning while I was cleaning, but then I decided to like listen to some cleaning jams because I was just in the mood to listen to music and really get that motivation going. So that's what I did. Other than that, I cleaned my house, I did some work, I sent some emails, I made some calls, I showered after I cleaned my house because I got sweaty and gross. And that is really the only update I have for you. So I'm gonna read while I sit in this line and wait for Cadence, and I will catch up with you later. Bye. Happy Saturday. So today is going to be a fun day. We are going to go and pick up some stuff for Cadence's Girl Scout troop for their April Showers event, and then Cadence and I are going to go book shopping with my aunt and Deb because today is Independent Bookstore Day. Are we going to a chain? Yes, but unfortunately we just did not have enough time to plan. So we are going to go book shopping, and of course you're going to get to come with me, of course. And then yeah, tonight's gonna be kind of chill. I think we're gonna hang out, watch a movie maybe, if I can convince my husband to do so, and maybe read a little bit. So it's gonna be pretty quiet. And then, yeah, so I do have an update. I did finish Crumbs. It was good. It was 4 stars. It was cute. That's pretty much all I got to say about it. It was cute. Very whimsical, a little magical, which I like. So yeah. All right, so that's the update for you. And so I am going to hop off here. We're gonna go run our little errands, but first I think I'm gonna stop and get coffee because Mama needs a coffee.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep in the biting, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Hi everyone. So today, like I said, we went book shopping. Cadence got a new Barbie today.
And it's a mermaid.
Mermaid Barbie today. And so I kind of wanted to share my haul with you, let you know what I picked up, that kind of fun stuff. I did get 3 of my most anticipated books for this year, so I'm very excited. But the first thing I wanted to share with you is I got my fairy loot box last week. And since I didn't give you a video, I wanted to share that with you. And I got Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. It's the same author who wrote Lore. I haven't read Lore. I haven't read Lore, but I hear good things about it, and so I wanted to share this with you. I'm really loving those sprayed edges, right? And then you've got end papers, and then end papers, and then the book itself, like without it, is pretty cute. So yeah, and then of course it's signed. So it is supposed to be a Arthur retelling, like an Arthurian retelling. So let me entertain you with a story. Tamsin Lark is a hallower, breaking into the ancient crypts of dark sorceresses in search of the treasures inside. Now, rumors are swirling about a powerful ring from Arthurian legend, a ring that could free her brother, Cable, from a curse. But they aren't the only ones who covet it. As word spreads, greedy hallowers start circling, and many would kill to have the ring for themselves. Tamsin is forced into an alliance with her rival, Emiris, the last person she wants to rely on. Together, they dive headfirst into a viper's nest of dark magic and expose a deadly secret with the power to awaken ghosts of the past and shatter her last hope of saving her brother. That's that. So I got that in my fairy loot box last week, and I'm actually very excited to read it. So I am going to try to make it a goal to actually read the fairy loot box book that I get the month I get it. I have some obviously to catch up on, so I'll probably be weaving them in throughout, but this may be a May pick. No one wants to like sit there and watch you drink. So then the books I bought today, we went to Books A Million, and so I picked up some booky books. First, I grabbed Matilda by Roald Dahl. We are doing this as a buddy read, and so I have never actually read this book. So I think Cadence agreed to let me read it to her so that she can read it.
Agreed. Yes, I agree.
And that way we can enjoy it together, and that will get me my buddy read done. So, and then I grabbed The Secret Service of Tea and Treason by Indina Holton. I have read The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels and A League of Gentlewomen Witches, both written by Indina Holton. Now, you don't have to read the sequels if you want to read the first one, but all of the characters are all interwoven. So characters you met in The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels are the leads in A League of Gentlewomen Witches, and then there's a couple in here that is from A League of Gentlewomen Witches that are the leads in this book. So it just kind of follows the same kind of characters. And these are extremely witty, and they're very fun and funny and just kind of a joy to read. And I listened to the first two. So then I grabbed In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This was one of my all-time biggest release ones that I was looking forward to, because it is said that he kind of based it off of Disney's WALL-E. In a strange little home built into the branches of a grove of trees live three robots: fatherly inventor android Giovanni Lawson, a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, and a small vacuum desperate for love and attention. Victor Lawson, a human, lives there too. They're a family, hidden and safe. Then one day, Vic salvages and repairs an unfamiliar android labeled Hap, and he learns of a shared dark past between Hap and Geo, a past spent hunting humans. When Hap unwittingly alerts robots from Geo's former life to their whereabouts, the family is no longer hidden and safe. Geo is captured and taken back to his old laboratory in the City of Electric Dreams. So together, the rest of Vic's assembled family must journey across an unforgiving and otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommissioning, or worse, reprogramming. Along the way to save Geo, amid conflicted feelings of betrayal and affection for Hap, Vic must decide for himself. Can he accept love with strings attached? I'm quite excited for that one. I do love TJ Klune. He's probably an all-time favorite. And then, last but not least, the pinkest book I think I have ever seen and or ever owned is Happy Place by Emily Henry. And I got the signed copy because the signed copy costs just as much as the regular copy.
Yes.
So why not, right?
This is my favorite book.
So this says, think of your happy place. Harriet and Wynne have been the perfect couple since they met in college. They go together like salt and pepper, honey and tea, lobster and rolls. Except now, for reasons they're still not discussing, they don't. They broke up 5 months ago and still haven't told their best friends, which is how they find themselves sharing a bedroom at the main cottage that has been their friend group's yearly getaway for the last decade, their annual respite from the world where for one vibrant, blissful week, they leave behind their daily lives, have copious amounts of cheese, wine, and seafood, and soak up the salty coastal air with the people who understand them most. Only this year, Harriet and Wynne are lying through their teeth while trying not to notice how desperately they still want each other, because the cottage is for sale, and this is the last week they'll all have together in this place. They can't stand to break their friends' hearts, and so they'll play their parts. Harriet will be the driven surgical resident who never starts a fight, and Wynne will be the laid-back charmer who never lets the cracks show. It's a flawless plan if you look at it from a great distance and through a pair of sunscreen-smeared sunglasses. After years of being in love, how hard can it be to fake it for 1 week in front of those who know you best? So yes, there you have it. That is it. There you have it. That is what I picked up book shopping today. So I'm going to read, probably not one of these books, even if I do want to pick them up, but I have a couple of library books I need to read so that I can return them. I'm going to read, I think I'm going to pick up, how about you help me pick, Cadence? Do we want to read These Fleeting Shadows by Kate Alice Marshall, or Under Lock and Skeleton Key by Gigi Pendian? Which one should I read?
This,
You want me to read this one? Aha! She has picked Under Lock and Skeleton Key by Gigi Pendian. So I will be working on this one. I actually have the audio for this too, so maybe I'll pair it together. We'll see.
I'm brave of things that are scary. Right,
So,
Mom?
yes, you are. And so there you have it, folks. That's what I'm going to start reading. I'm going to... I did get her hair all chopped off last week too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
You know why?
Aaron.
I paid for it. So yeah.
Aaron.
Aaron cut her hair. Shout out to Aaron. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to put on Puss in Boots for the kiddo, because that's what she has requested to watch.
And for the Barbie.
And for the Barbie, whose name is Lacey. Lacey. Yeah, Lacey. We decided on Lacey, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lacey. So yeah, and I'm going to read. I'm going to get under the blanket that says, go ask your dad, and I'm going to
Go
read.
ask your dad.
Even though your dad's not even here. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will probably check in with you guys later. Bye.
Grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and be on your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Hi, friends. Happy Monday. Happy May. It's gonna be May. It's May. So today actually kicks off the first day of the Foxenwood Readathon for May. So I'm very excited, and I'm very excited to share with you my plans as soon as I have them all in order and figured out. It'll be great, because I also have a couple of book club books I have to read. So you'll get to hear all the good stuff. Justin and I just got back from grocery shopping, and I'm out here with the dogs. It is a very windy day here in St. Louis. In Missouri, I guess. So I will be attempting this week to start doing laundry and prepping because Justin and I leave for Chicago on Friday. Vacation with just my hubby. It'll be good. I am about halfway through Under Lock and Skeleton Key, and it's actually really good. It's twisty turny, not quite sure what's gonna happen. It's a good little murder mystery, and it's not like it's kind of high stakes, but not crazy high stakes. It's also not super gory or anything. It's just kind of a cozy murder mystery with magic. So it's good. I will obviously give you a full update once I have it all finished, but that's where I am for now. So I'm going to finish up that one and then hop into all of the fun little stuff I have to read for May. And then I will obviously, once I am settled inside and have everything ready to go, I will sit down and I will film all of my plans for May so that you are all well aware of what is coming up in the next several vlogs. And yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time, and I'm excited to share my plans with you. So I will catch you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Welcome back. So I don't want to have to do a whole other video, so this is when we are going to talk about May. Let's talk some books. So the first set of books I'm going to be showing you are either books that I am doing buddy reads for, or that I'm doing book club stuff for, and then the books that I show you will be for the readathon that we are doing through Lexi's Patreon with all of my fellow Foxenwood friends. And so I will show you the map for that, and then I'll show you the books, and I'll tell you what the prompts are, but I won't tell you like what I was supposed to do for the prompts. I'm not allowed to. Is against the rules. The first thing that I have to get through, one of the first things I have to get through, is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third book in the ACOTAR series. And so since I finished A Court of Mist and Fury, I am now moving on to A Court of Wings and Ruin. Then we are also doing a buddy read for Matilda. So I am going to be reading this for Foxenwood as well, and I've actually already started it. I've gotten through the first chapter, and Cadence wants me to read it to her, so we spend a little time each night reading this book, but we've only gotten the first chapter done because sometimes she gets distracted by the other books she wants to read, which I can't blame her. This one is illustrated, but it's not like Cadence level illustrated. Apologies in advance if you can hear my neighbor mowing their lawn. I have the windows open because it's a nice day. And people are like, well, it's a nice day, I'm gonna mow my lawn. Don't really care if they interrupt me, do they? So then for Olivia Reads Lattes book clubs, we are reading The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. I bought this book forever ago, so I'm really excited to read it. It says, Hart Ralston is a marshal tasked with patrolling the strange and magical wilds of Tenria. It's an unforgiving job, and he's got nothing but time to ponder his loneliness. Mercy Birdsall never has a moment to herself. She's been single-handedly keeping Birdsall and Son Undertakers afloat in defiance of sullen jerks like Heartache. Hart, the man with a knack for showing up right when her patience is thinnest. After yet another run-in with merciless Mercy, Hart finds himself pinning a letter addressed simply to a friend. Much to his surprise, he receives an anonymous letter in return, and a tentative friendship is born. Little does Hart know, he's bearing his soul to the person who infuriates him most. I'm excited to read that one. I've heard good things. I've also heard that I'm gonna cry. I don't know if I want to do all that, but we'll see. Then we are also reading Gideon the Ninth, which I've had on my TBR for forever, and I finally get to read. So this says, the Emperor needs necromancers, The 9th necromancer needs a swordsman. Gideon has a sword, some dirty magazines, and no more time for undead nonsense. Gideon the 9th unveils a solar system of swordplay, cutthroat politics, and lesbian necromancers. Her characters leap off the page as skillfully animated as necromantic skeletons. The result is a heart-pounding epic science fantasy. I'll read it and see how it goes. I wanted to read it. Now I get to read it for book club and discuss it. That'll be fun. So then we're going to get into the Readathon. One of these books that I picked is actually a book club pick for the Fox and Wood Patreon, so that kind of goes hand in hand. And yeah, so I am going to put the map right here. Woo! And that way you can see it as I go through. So the first stop on the map is the Sea Monsters Ferry. And for the Sea Monsters Ferry, I will be reading 6 Crimson Cranes, which is also the book club book for Fox and Wood for the adult. Excited for that one. The next stop on our map is the Moondust Bakery. And for the Moondust Bakery, I will be reading The Foxglove King. I have been wanting to read this since I bought it, and I'm very excited. It's a big boy. I actually picked all big boys for this month, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is the one I will be reading for that, and it says, Laura has been living by her wits since she was a child, running poisons for the cartel that took her in, avoiding the attention of the law, and keeping her affinity for death magic a secret, because mortem is a rare and illicit commodity, and using it could mean death. When a job goes wrong and Laura is captured by the sainted king's warrior monks, she expects a pyre, but King August has a different plan. Entire villages on the outskirts of the country have been dying overnight, seemingly at random. Laura can either use her magic to find out what's happening or die, and the king suspects his arrogant, handsome heir is behind it. Thrust into a lavish court where no one can be believed and even fewer can be trusted, Laura must navigate an intricate web of politics, religion, and forbidden romance and solve the king's mystery. A mystery more dangerous and twisted than Laura can even imagine. Excited. I'm very, very, very excited. And it says it's book number 1, so I'm assuming it'll be a series, but here's hoping. It's as good as I hope it is, and as good as I am anticipating, since it is one of my 2023 most anticipated releases. We got that going for us. So then, the next stop is the Goblin Market. For the Goblin Market, I am finally going to pick up Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I have been wanting to pick this up. I have been longing to pick this up, but I have been hesitant to pick this up because I love Cerulean Sea so much. And from what I'm gathering from people I've talked to, I will still love Cerulean Sea, and I will probably still love it more than this guy, but I will still love this guy. So I'm hoping. Sounds like it's going to be very magical, very cute, very TJ Klune. And then we will be going into the Enchanted Forest, and this is where we are headed for Juniper Evergreen's Emporium and Rescue. And so for traipsing through the forest, I will be picking up Wayward by Amelia Hart. We're also doing a buddy read of this, but I was like, well, it fits, so I will be using this one. 2019, under cover of darkness, Kate flees London for a ramshackle Wayward cottage, inherited from a great aunt she barely remembers. With its tumbling ivy and overgrown garden, the cottage is worlds away from the abusive partner who tormented Kate, but she suspects that her great aunt had a secret, one that lurks in the bones of the cottage, hidden ever since the witch hunts of the 17th century. 1619, Alpha is waiting trial for a murder of a local farmer who was stampeded to death by his herd. When Alpha was a girl, her mother taught her their magic, a kind not rooted in spellcasting, but in deep knowledge of the natural world. But unusual women have always been deemed dangerous, and as the evidence of witchcraft is laid out against Alpha, she knows it will take all her powers to maintain her freedom. 1942, as World War II rages, Violet is trapped in her family's grand, crumbling estate. Straitjacketed by societal convention, she longs for the robust education her brother receives, and for her mother, long deceased, who was rumored to have gone mad before her death. The only traces Violet has of her are a locket bearing the initial W and the word Wayward scratched into the baseboard of her bedroom. Weaving together the stories of 3 extraordinary women across 5 centuries, Wayward is an astonishing debut and an enthralling novel of female resilience. I'm excited. And it's so cute. It's like very cottagecore on the cover. Kind of love that. And then finally, we make it to Juniper Evergreen's Emporium and Rescue, and for that, I will be reading Ava Evergreen. It is ready for me for pickup at the library, but I have not had a chance to go to the library today to get it. So I am going to pull it up on my computer real quick. This is also actually the Whimsy and Wit book club pick. So I will get both of my book clubs done this month in May, all for different reasons. So this is called Ava Evergreen Semi-Magical Witch. It says, sometimes all you need is a pinch of magic. Ava Evergreen is determined to earn the rank of novice witch before her 13th birthday. If she doesn't, she'll lose her magic forever. For most young witches and wizards, it's a simple enough test. 1, help your town, do good all around. 2, live there for 1 moon, don't leave too soon. 3, fly home by broomstick, the easiest of tricks. The only problem? Ava only has a pinch of magic. She summons heads of cabbage instead of flowers and gets a sunburn instead of calling down rain. And to add insult to injury, whenever she overuses her magic, she falls asleep. When she lands in the tranquil coastal town of Arturi, the residents expect a powerful witch, not a semi-magical girl. So Ava comes up with a plan. Set up a magical repair shop to aid Arturi and prove she's worthy. She may have more blood than magic, but her semi-magical fixes repair the lives of the townspeople in ways they never could have imagined. Only Ava's bit of magic may not be enough when the biggest magical storm in history threatens the town she's grown to love. Ava must conjure up all the magic, bravery, and cleverness she can muster, or Arturi and her dreams of becoming a witch will wash away with the storm. So those are the Whimsy and Wit book club pick, and then 6 Crimson Cranes is the Fox and Burrow book club pick, and then under The Undertaking of Art and Mercy and Gideon the Ninth are for Olivia Reads Lattes book clubs. There you have it. I still need to finish Under Lock and Skeleton Key before I can pick up 6 Crimson Cranes. And I'm also thinking about doing another readathon this month, so I need to do some digging into it. I'm gonna see if any of the books that I am reading for the Fox and Wood readathon will mold into the other readathon I'm thinking of doing, and I'm only thinking of doing that one because it's Disney themed. And I blame Catherine. That one is a little bit more intense. It's like 14 books, I think, and it's based off the different eras of Disney movies. And so you have Pinocchio and Snow White and Sword in the Stone, Peter Pan, Oliver and Company, The Aristocats, Hercules, Mulan, Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch, Tangled, Raya, Moana, and Encanto. But what I would think would be really fun is to read the book that matches that, right? And then watch the movie. I think that would be fun. I'm trying to see which books might overlap, and I will let you know. I will let you know if I'm successful in that. But I mean, this is gonna keep me pretty busy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I finish this one. That's more than I normally read. 10 because I don't have Ava Evergreen. I'm excited. That is all I have for you right now. I am going to be leaving here shortly to go pick up Cadence from school. I'll probably listen to this because I have it on Libby from my library. And so I'll probably listen to this in the car and wait to get Cadence and all of those fun things. And then tonight we're taking Cadence to I'm taking Cadence to Girl Scouts, but this time we're actually going to the firehouse. And so Cadence is gonna learn about fire safety and fire trucks. And I think it's gonna be a good time. I think she's gonna have a good time with it. So I will keep you posted. And then tonight, I think I'm supposed to be watching Heartstopper. I already watched the first 4 episodes of Heartstopper, but I'm gonna watch the last 4 episodes of Heartstopper with 2 of my friends from the Discord, so I'm very excited. Shout out to Jules and Catherine. There's that. So there it is. There you have it. That's all I got. I'm gonna hop off before I continue to ramble for no good reason, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Hello, loves. Happy Tuesday. I am currently in the parking lot of my local library. I have a lovely bag full of books that I'm ready to return, and I have at least 2 that I have to pick up. One for Charlie and one for myself. Charlie recently read the Dorothy Must Die series, and they want to reread the first one, and they seem to have misplaced the first one. So I am here to get that for them, and I am picking up Ava Evergreen. You gotta love all the dust. Like, you'd think I didn't clean my car. I promise, I cleaned my car. Anyway, so I don't really have any updates for you. I am a 53-ish%. No. Almost 60% through Under Lock and Skeleton Key, and it is still really good. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's very cozy, and I'm really hoping that my suspicions are wrong. You ever read a book and you're like, this is my suspicion, but I sure as heck hope I'm wrong, because you don't want it to be that. You don't want the killer or the suspect or anybody to be someone you're starting to like in the book. And I am in that situation in which I really, really hope that the person I'm thinking is the killer is not the killer, because I really like this character. We'll see. I'm a little nervous. I don't like it. I don't like it. Someone pulled up next to me. Like, there's a whole big parking lot. Why do you have to park next to me? Oh, maybe he works here. That makes sense. Oh, he's got fancy camera equipment. Anyway, so yes, I am enjoying it. We are getting into the nitty gritty. I think they're starting to kind of put the pieces together as to what's going on, who did what, how it's all working out. I am hoping that we are nearing the climax of the book. This says I still have like 4 hours left, but I'm also reading it at 1.5 times speed, so we'll see how long that actually takes. But I'm also reading it too, because I'm psycho. So anyway, so then my next book I'm gonna read is gonna be 6 Crimson Cranes, so that I can really, really, really officially kick off the readathon with my Fox and Wood pals. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna put my TBR right here because I added a picture. So our lovely family has decided to create characters for this particular readathon and talk about kind of like where we work and what we do and all of this kind of stuff. So I made myself a character and I put her in my TBR. Her name is my name. It's just, it was easier that way. And then I also made a character for Justin, Charlie, and Cadence, because I just couldn't resist. So there you have it. That's my little Foxen family right there. Even though I'm not sure, Charlie wants to join the readathon, but I'm not sure they're going to, just because, I don't know, they have too much going on and I don't think they have time to focus to read. I'm gonna go inside here and go downstairs and look to see if I can find some that fit the prompts for Cadence, some picture books that fit the prompts for Cadence. So on top of getting the 2 books that I need, that I got on my wait list, so. All right, well, I am going to go over and start loading my books into the return, and then I'm going to head inside, if I'm allowed to, of course. Yet we will go from there. So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, and I will catch up with you in a bit. Bye. I'd go ahead and share the books that I grabbed for Cadence with you. So I'm not gonna like do all the stops on the map and what they're gonna go with, but I will start with, I grabbed Julius and Macy, A Very Brave Night. Very cute, very whimsical. I grabbed Fancy Nancy and the Quest for the Unicorn, because my child loves unicorns. I grabbed Juno Valentine and the Magical Shoes. I grabbed Uni the Unicorn, A Story About Believing, because Cadence loves Uni the Unicorn. And I also grabbed Uni the Unicorn Tooth Fairy Helper. Again, unicorns. And then this one I just grabbed for her because she loves Bluey. It doesn't match any of the prompts or anything, but I grabbed Bluey Mum School. I think she'll just like this one because she loves Bluey. So there you have it. And then for myself, of course, Ava Evergreen Semi-Magical Witch by Julie Abe. This is for the Magical Readathon for when we get to the rescue for on the map. And then I grabbed Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page for Charlie. So I have read this. It is good. It is an interesting take on the Wizard of Oz story. And there's like several books in the series. This is the only one I've read. And I feel like if I was going to try to read the series, I'd have to reread this. I am the one that gave the copy to Charlie so that Charlie could read it. And Charlie really enjoyed it. So then we bought book 2 and book 3, and then we bought novellas. And so they are looking to reread the whole series, starting with that one. But like I said, we've misplaced my actual copy, and you know, finding copies for that book is not easy. I have to like scour half-price books. So I think that might end up being on my agenda at some point, is trying to find them a decent copy of that book that they can own for themselves. So that's all I did. I went to the library after I dropped Cadence off at school, and then took Charlie's Chromebook to school because Charlie forgot it. Hashtag parenthood. I'm gonna go home now. I got some work to do. I have some emails to send. I have lots of stuff I need to take care of. And yeah, I will surely catch up with you guys later. Bye! So it is now Tuesday night. We just got back from Charlie's band concert and dinner afterwards, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update before my night completely finished. Because I think after I give you this update, I'm gonna play a little Harry Potter and then call it a night. But I wanted to let you know that I did finish Under Lock and Skeleton Key, and it was really good. I had a really good time with it. It's 4 stars. It's really good if you just want a cute, not even really cute, a twisty, turny kind of murder mystery that has a lot of magic and a lot of things about like secret passageways and secret doors and hidden libraries and all of that kind of stuff. It was very, very good. And I will say that the direction I thought it was taking is not the direction it went. So see, I was wrong. But yeah, 4 stars, very, very good. So then I started reading 6 Crimson Cranes. This is for the Readathon for Fox and Wood, and it is for first prompt, of which I can't remember what it is. Something about a sea dragon fairy, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, so that's this. I am only about 34 pages in, but I like the way it's written because yes, it's a thick book, but there's lots of space between the lines. So it might be a thick book, but it's not gonna take me very long to read, I don't think. That's that update for you. And then, one more update. I had to add another book to my May list. Because I totally forgot about Liv's library and how we have a book club through that Patreon too. And so it's a good thing I picked this one up because this is what we're reading. So something a little light and fluffy, hopefully, to throw into the fantasy that is going to be May, because a lot of the books I'm reading are fantasy. Here's hoping. Light, fuzzy, romantic, second chance romance, maybe. Enemies to lovers, maybe. Fake dating. It's all in here. It's all in here. I'm excited. So yes, and plus, I mean, it's Emily Henry, and I love Emily Henry. She's probably one of my favorite romance authors. This is all I really have for you tonight. Adding a book to my May TBR. Hopefully I can do this month. We'll see. But I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna play some Harry Potter, I think, and then I'm gonna go to bed later after Justin goes to work. Currently he's putting Cadence to sleep, so here's hoping she falls asleep quickly. It's been an interesting couple nights, so. All right, you guys have a good night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.